Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is the last day of August, the 31st, 2011. And it looks like they have closed out this month, retracing a large portion of the sell-off, as you can clearly see. We haven't looked at the monthly chart in a while, so I wanted to cover that. That 11-11 print hit exactly on the moving average. As you can see, the 200 period moving average. That should have been a sign, obviously, that we were going to hit that and bounce off of it. But you know, when you're in the mood or in the you're trading and you're in the zone, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. What's the word I'm looking for here? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. You don't go back and look at the monthly chart usually on a daily basis. So when you're sitting there and you're watching it go all the way down to the 1101 print, you don't think that you're going to hit it and be a reversal because it's that print. So it's something you got to know ahead of time. So we did close above the 20 period moving average and the 50 period moving average. So that's important for the bulls, but we still closed below the 10 period moving average, but it's not as important. Let's see, on a weekly chart here, we still have 2 more days left, Thursday and Friday. So I'm not sure where it's going to close, but I do think we're going to get some selling tomorrow. I think we're going to have a little bit of selling down, and then possibly flat on Friday, maybe up a little bit. But I think we're going to go down and possibly hit these new fake print that I got of 119.06, thanks to Shark. He caught the print. So and then also on that print there's also a 127.07 SPY print as well, which is about 1265. Isn't that funny how that happens to come in right close to this these moving averages where they hit literally. So I expect we could hit that next week. When these cross over, it's going to be a necktie of resistance, and that should stop the market. So we could have one more week up, putting in a higher low on the histogram bars down here, and then after that I would expect us to sell back off again. We're going into the next week. The Friday of next week is 9/9/11. Sunday is 9/11. This will be the 10th anniversary for it. So let's look out for some false flag event, something that the gangsters are going to stage, because it just all lines up too perfect with this being, you know, like some wave 1 down or something, and wave 2 up or something, or possibly this is wave 1 down, wave 2 up, wave 3, and wave 4, and we're going to have a wave 5 down. So it's hard to tell exactly until we complete this wave exactly which way it is. It's leaning towards a wave 5 down coming next. And if that's the case, we could go down here, and I do believe we're going to take out 1,000. I think it's going to be a panic flush move, and I think our target's 965. But anyway, that's yet to come. First, we should go up here next week. But as for tomorrow, I do think we're going to sell off because we had that fake print. Now, the only concern I've got here is looking here at Cobra's chart on the 60-minute chart here. I see it right here. I think that's the fake print. It's showing up here, and that is about 119. But I do not think the market went there. When I pull down my chart and look at it in comparison, as you can see, that was for the 28th, so that was there. That's obviously way too low. It was this period right here. Let's zoom in on this period. So it's this period right here is this period right here. You can see it's showing up here on this print, but here in my profit charts from Ameritrade, it's not showing up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars up. And then we skip a few. We got that one and that one, and it's showing this bar right here and it is showing a print down here to 119.06. It is not showing up in mine, as you can clearly see. There's no fake print showing up here down in this area right here. It is showing up here on the blog. Let me take you to the blog and we will refresh the page. And here is that print. And we will show this to you so you'll know. This was caught by shark, and as you can clearly see, it is showing a low of 119.26. The same thing, and then we have the high here of 127.07. I think that that is our target probably for next Friday. I'm just speculating on the date here, but because it's going into that 9/11 weekend, that's where I'm thinking it probably could be. It either could be that or the Monday after it or something like that, on a spike up on the Monday, and then we start selling down on the final wave down. So is it, are we going to go down to 119 tomorrow? I don't know, but it looks like to me it has a high probability of going down to that level. We will look again here at the 60-minute chart. As I said in the little 5-minute video I did throughout the day, I thought that the rising wedge would have broken. If we drew a line here, I thought we would have broken down today. Instead, they gapped it up out of the rising wedge because the line was originally drawn here, crossed here, and they broke up out of it, and then they fell back down. I told you there was something like an 80+% chance that if you gap up out of a rising wedge, when you come to the apex and you gap up out of it, there's like an 80+% chance you will fall back down. That's exactly what they did. See, we already had negative divergence going on here, and we were at this stage right here in the morning, and then they gapped it up, and you can see they did it on extremely light volume because they really didn't get any movement here on the histogram bars, and we actually went into negative territory. I think it's going to continue down tomorrow, and I think we're going to have a back test here and then go back up. Now 119.91 or 119.06, that fake print. Well, look here at the 50 period moving average, EMA. Right here it shows 11.90 and 91 cents. We very well could go right down to that, hit that level, bounce off of it, and then rally, or at least go flat a little bit up into Friday, and then rally into next week on up to that final fake print of 127. And it just, the fake prints are matching up with the charts and what should happen with the charts. And you're saying, well, why don't we continue on down? Well, because the daily is still pointing up. So the 60 needs to work off this overbought condition, and going down here and back testing this is perfect. And as you can clearly see, it's down here around 60 some level, or 67, 61, whatever. By the time it gets down here to 20 and gets oversold, that very easily could be down to here, and then it would want to turn back up into the next day. So I don't expect a big histogram trough low here. I don't expect it to be nothing like this, but I do expect it to go down a little bit and come back up. This should go down to close to zero, maybe not quite zero, and then curl back up into the next day. You can look at that on the daily, and you can see where it's getting its support, both the daily and the weekly. It's showing exhaustion moves because it's put in these topping tails. That means it needs to pull back, rest, reset, and go higher. And you might ask, well, why not just roll over and keep on going down? Well, because again, look at where we're at. We're down here at negative 20. I told you in the weekend video that I thought we'd go up here to zero, and I still think that that's where we're headed, maybe even a little higher. So while this could dip down a little bit and we should push back up, possibly put in a negative divergence as the second tower might be a little bit lower than this tower, and that supports this move right here as well on the full stochastics. As you can see, it's running out of steam, needs to curl back down, then curl back up. So roll over for a day or two and then curl back up. This here could kind of, move a little bit, curve a little bit sideways here, then curl back up for a final push up for the slow stochastics, pushing it up here above 80 for the 127.07 print in the next week. And this would, of course, curl down and then curl back up. This, by then, like I said, should be up here at 0, or maybe even a little bit above it. So that would literally mean like a 5-way push up. It would be a wave 1, a wave 2 down here, all the way down to this low, I guess. A wave 3 here, a wave 4 tomorrow and possibly Friday, and a final wave 5 up to that 10 or 127.07 prints with about 1065, 1070 range or something like that. We're just estimating here on this SPX. That puts us right into 9/11, the weekend, and anything could happen. Another staged attack could happen by reptilian Bush and reptilian J. Rockefeller and David Rockefeller and Henry Kissinger and George Soros and Warren Buffett. All those reptilians, they could stage something. We hope that they don't, that they fail. But even if they don't fail, the plans are already in place. They're going to take the market down after it hits that print. The charts say it's going to go down, and so does the fake print. You throw those in together, and then you got the ritual date. That everything there tells me that that's what they'll do. It matches up here on the weekly. The weekly would have three bars up, and then it would hit this necktie of resistance again. 1267.10 right now on the 50, and on the 20 is 1284. By next week when they're going to merge together and right in that range, it's just going to stop it. A necktie of resistance is very tough to go through on the first hit. They almost always back down. So by then the RSI should be extended up here to about 66 roughly, is where they tend to run out of steam and roll over. And then this here, as you can clearly see, there's a huge gap difference between this MACD line and this MACD line. They're not even close to each other. That should tell you that this turn up is going to fail. If they were much closer together and turning up kind of close like the full stochastics is turning up, if you've seen that here, it would be a bigger chance for it turning up and resuming a bull market. But that's just not the case here. Plus you get the monthly pointing down, adding to it as well, and so that monthly is just going to overwhelm this. So even when this gets close to it, it got close here, but the monthly is pushed it down, and until the monthly starts to curl back up, probably every time this thing gets close, it's going to roll back over and continue to fall down here. Before it's all said and done, it can very well easily be equal to this low over here, because this was the 2008 low, and you can see it tried several times and got close and just kept on going down. Had little rallies but kept on going down, and that's what I'm expecting again later this year. I still think we're on target for this final fifth wave down, and then a rally back up. Now, not on this, of course, but when we finally will curl back down, maybe for the final move down for this fifth wave, then we might curl back up and make an attempt again towards 50 into October, into late October. So I'm thinking kind of go up, roll over, then make another move up here to about this 50 line. Draw a line of resistance right here, bang on it into that October 23rd, the goddess pilgrimage date, and I think that's when the crap's going to hit the fan. So this next move down should be probably a wave 3 here on the weekly. Then you'd come up for powerful wave 4 into the October time frame, in October 23rd, the week of October 23rd. Then you have a wave 5 down, which is every bit as powerful as your wave 3. The wave 5 down could very easily, it depends on where this wave 3 goes, but if the wave 3 goes to 965, the wave 5 could go on down here and come close to the 666 low, or possibly or other fake print from last year at 885 range. 885 is possible. That is Dow 8300. But do understand, I think it's gonna be really, really bad, because we don't know what wave count this is. I'm assuming that, what if I've got this wave count wrong? Well, if this is, if we actually count the top right here, again, I'm not an Elliott wave person, and I'm just speculating on. I try to use it to speculate on the wave counts because they're great after the fact. So what if we go down here in wave 1, and then wave 2? This looks most logical to me. Then a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5. Okay, so we're done with this whole wave 1 down. So, and I will draw on this because it just makes it easier for me to remember, even though I'm not really a big fan of this stupid pen thing, but it does serve its purpose. Okay, so let's speculate again on that. Let's see here. Where am I at? Okay, I'm here. Okay, so we will go up for one final wave right here. We'll hit that target, and that's a 127.07 SPY per fake print. And then after that, we collapse down, and we head down towards 965. That's just the target that I have in mind. Okay, this should be the final fifth wave, if we're going to have a fifth wave, with this being wave 3. Okay, third. And then, of course, that's wave 4 up here, and wave 1, 2. Okay, now, this whole move from here to here, you could call this a major wave 1. And again, you can label these whatever you want. Elliott wave people label them differently. I think that's what they call it. But so if that's a major wave 1, inside it you've got 5 minor waves. You can call these the minor waves. And you've got 5 minor waves. After that, you should have a powerful wave 2 up, but it'll be a major wave 2. Okay, maybe it goes to 1200. Right into the, this date right here should be the week of October 23rd. This is per the Legatus pilgrimage, the turn date. Legatus pilgrimage, the meeting. That's when the gangsters meet in the fake Catholic organization called Legatus, where they plan all their evil stuff and try to screw the public, steal your money, pretend they're praying to God, and they're really praying to Satan, who's just a reptilian shapeshifter stuck in the 4th dimension. And yeah, I know that's deep, right? But hey, you read the title of the site. This is stock market trading on the dark side. So if you're a blue pill taker, I'm sorry, I'm waking you up. Swallow the red pill. Reptilians rule the world right now. So anyway. So that right there, that will be a major wave 2. As you can see, it should be half the distance from here down to here. And if that is 1350 minus, let's say, 950, that's 400 points approximately. So about 200 points up, just roughly. So, that would take you maybe 1150 to 1200 range on estimate, on back up. Probably take you right here to wherever this green 200 moving average would be. That would be a logical place, maybe a little pierce of it. But after that happens, then you've got major wave 3 down, and here's where it should go. And this is major wave 3 starting. Come on, you stupid thing. Why does it run out of ink or something like that? It's like a stupid, it just stops on me. It drives me nuts. And I haven't figured this out. Why it does that. Okay, well, it seems to have stopped. Okay, so all I can do is clear this thing. I should learn this thing one time how it works, but I don't really want to fool with it. But so we cleared it all. And so again, we go up, and I'll draw this one more time for you. And again, this whole move here, from here to here, major wave 1. Then 2 up. So let's see, major 2 up, and then October 23rd again. Now we go down here, and we're probably going to go down here and retest that low possibly, or it's hard to say, but that and maybe take it out. Obviously not on the first hit, but that would be major wave 3. That's why that one is going to be the most brutal wave that we have. And of course, inside of that you'll have 5 waves, so you'll go down for 1, 2, and that 3 will be a doozy, then a 4, and then a 5, as you can see. So they'll have 5 waves inside it, so it's going to be quite ugly, folks. All right, enough of this little stupid thing here. Let's go over here to this 60-minute chart again. There's a 30-minute chart. So as you can see, pretty much what I was telling you is that I think we're going to go down here, tag this movie, tag that right there, that 200 or 50 moving average for our fake print of 119.06 on the SPY. And then I think we'll rally some on Friday. I don't know how high. And then, into next week to hit our final print of 127.07 SPY. That is what I'm looking for. Look how this works out with a nice 5-wave push from here. It could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this whole thing could be your 3rd wave. That 5-wave pattern could be your 3rd wave, with this being your 2nd wave down here, and this being your 1st wave. Now you wouldn't call them wave 1, 2, and 3. When there's only 3 waves, you call them A and B and C. That's what you call them. But inside a C wave, because they're so long, they're commonly broken down into 5 waves. So you'd have 1 there, 2 there, 3 here, 4 here, and 5 here inside of that. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And it matches up with what the charts are saying. I mean, we should go down here a little bit here and make that 4th wave and then run back up, into next week. And who knows how high it's going to go, but, before it finally rolls over. It may do, one of those numbers. It's speculated, of course. And then down here, again, I'm expecting maybe down to here and then curl back up to put in negative divergence again. Boom. So that's what I'm expecting in the charts. I did expect that yesterday, but they fooled me. I should have known better. As we all know, this was the end of the month pump. That's all it was. And I got burnt on it. So, I'm not burnt. I'm still short. So it's not. I mean, I'm just waiting it out because I still think the move down is going to come. But so again, that would make sense with what you're seeing down here. Wait a minute. Let's take this off so I can scroll this down. Oops. Cancel and move down. Oh, I think I got to hold it here, don't I? Oh, okay. Okay, now we do that again. And as you can see, roll over, back up. And curl down, back up. Same thing. Here, just pause a little, then continue back up. Here you should go, like this, and put your negative divergence in, and then we tank. Okay, guys, I think I've covered enough here. I hate these long videos, but I think this makes sense to you. I try to make it to where it makes sense to you. And of course, matching up with all that, you got what I was saying down here like that. Okay, so that's my best guess as to what I think is going to happen. So, without further ado, I guess I will end this video. I can't think of anything else to say other than good luck, and I will see you guys on the blog or on the chat room at either reddragonleo.com's blog and stockmarketbloggers.com/chat is the chat room. So, good luck as usual. Talk to you tomorrow, gang.